Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, New York, who rule well. And salutations to all the Akim pushing this word in truth and sincerity with charity to the four corners of the earth. I just want to get into a quick lesson about discernment, especially for like newer brothers that are coming, up the ranks and all that, getting built up. Discernment is key, you know what I'm saying? And if you lack it, fast and pray, and ask the Heavenly Father for it, you know what I'm saying? That He will give you that increase, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I've had my trouble with discernment a few times, and, I had to fast and I had to pray, and Lord willing, I get better at it, and continue to get better at it. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Right. So, there's things that are very lawful, right now. All right. It's lawful to us, but it's not expedient. Because it could slow us down, We're here to be about our Father's business, okay? And it's very important to be sober-minded in all your ways, Of course, there's a balance of things and you get into some folly, all right? But it's better to feed your spirit, okay? All right? Do the Lord's work first. Second and third. That should be the first thing on your mind every day when you wake up. You know what I'm saying? Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, sending up the prayers, the curses, not to get into folly. You know what I'm saying? Like in the world, I knew some people that they would wake up and they'd start drinking. Hell, even some of them will begin with strong drink, to start their day. All right? But you want to get away from that. All right. You want to let that old man die day by day, right? And be renewed by the Spirit. All right. So, all things are lawful, but they're just not expedient. All right. And here it says, all things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Right. Because a lot of us, we start getting depressed and down, and then we want to lean on that drink or that strong drink, to make you so-called feel better. All right, man, but fuck your emotions, man. All right? Lean on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Cast all your worries and your cares on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? Because then you know that whatever shit that you're going through, it's only for a moment. It's only temporary. And you know what? It's a test. The Lord is testing you. What are you going to do? Are you going to run to your drink, right? Or are you going to run to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? You know what I'm saying? Because in that moment, I know some of us get weak and we might lean on that bottle of Yayan or something, Hey, but that shit's going to fade away too. You know what I'm saying? You'll drink, it'll hit you for a bit, but then that goes away. But guess what? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will never go away. All right? So lean on the Lord, man. All right? This is what is this? Sirach chapter 37. Let me see. I'm going to start at 26. Sirach chapter 37 verse 26. A wise man shall inherit glory among his people, and his name shall be perpetual, forever. Verse 27, my son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because there's things here that are lawful for us, that we can enjoy, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? Too much of it will put you out of balance. And being out of balance is evil. It's an abomination. It's wickedness, man. All right? So you got to examine yourself daily, man. I remember the brother Mathathia said, you know, when you look in the mirror, that's the first nigga you need to curse out is you yourself, man. You need to check yourself daily, all right? And make sure that guy in the mirror is not gonna fuck you up, man. You gotta be on point. You need to examine yourself, all right? And I'm telling you, you will fall. Even in this truth, you will fall, all right? But get back up. Because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai strengthens you, all right? You are strong when you are at your weakest point, man. That's when the Lord lifts you up. But you got to examine yourself, all right? You got to see the shit that you were doing that led you to that fall. You got to do to the best of your ability, you need to stop doing that. But you need to examine yourself and see that, hey man, this shit is ruining me, man. All right? You don't need to do these lawful things right now in this life, because we're here to serve slavery, all right, not enjoy it. So you don't need to be in your drink every day. Be balanced about it, all right? You know what I'm saying? Yes, wine makes you merry, makes you happy. Of course, I get all that, all right? But this is a time of war right now, all right? So we need to get built up and built up the flock, all right? Because we are living in the time of the times of Acts right now, the book of Acts. We're in that time right now again. So right now it's time to get built up, because the influx is coming, and we need to be sober and on point. All right. This is verse 28. This is Sirach chapter 37, verse 28. Right. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither hath every soul pleasure in everything. Khan, some brothers don't like strong drink, and I'll tell you, I'll drink once in a while, because I don't know, I don't really like it too much, And that's the thing, that, when I was younger, way before this truth, I was drinking heavily, when I was like 16, 17, 18. Shit, I stopped drinking when I was 19. All right? Because I was just downing drinks, just downing them, 5, 6, 7 cups, all right, at once, you know what I'm saying? And not feeling any effect, because I built up such a tolerance, man. All right? And I remember when my my liver was in pain, I could feel it on the side of my body. I was like, shit, I gotta change something here, man, because this shit ain't right. It's not healthy. All right? You could do things in moderation, right? And that's where you find that balance, man. But now that you're in this truth, you gotta find that balance. You need that balance. It's a beautiful thing to have it, all right? And that's where discernment comes, man. All right? To see what's the wise choice to make. Sometimes not saying things is a better choice. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes not bringing out all the wisdom and understanding to a certain individual is the best choice, because you know what? They're not going to get it. So don't waste your time. All right? This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3. I'll start at 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Right. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rent, and a time to sow. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak. I was just getting into that. Verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. Right. So with discernment, you're going to know what time it is. All right. And if you, like I said, if you're lacking discernment or any other spiritual gifts, you got to pray for it. You got to fast for it. All right. You got to show the Heavenly Father that you really want this thing. All right. You know what I'm saying? You're in this thing now. So do everything you can to hold your position, because the guy across the line, he could be your replacement. That's how serious this thing is. There's guys that have been in this thing for years, all right? Years, that have fallen away. And like the one I always go to, man, is the one brother that was in New York, I believe, all right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Akim. But he was in the truth for many, many years. I think like 20 some years maybe. And now he's sucking dick. All right? It's a scary thing to fall into the living power, man. The hands of the living power. All right? So do everything righteously, man. Balance with discernment. Okay? Offend less. All right? Because not every brother is into the same things you're into, man. Even though it's lawful. All right? You don't want to offend any of the little ones, man. All right? And you know, I just wanted to make this a quick lesson, but Lord willing, this was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. And double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, New York, who rule well, and salutations to all the Akim pushing this word in truth and in sincerity with charity to the four corners of the earth. Shalom, wa abad babal.